Everyone, this is Tom from VermiBag. Okay, I got the zipper on the top of the Mammoth. I have it all the way around, and I added 2 additional straps basically midway. So you have 24 inches on one side, and then you have 24 inches on the other side. And then the bag is 24 inches wide. So the zipper will start at the center of the bag here. So you'll unzip half of this bag, and then it'll open up on this side, or you unzip the other half of the bag and it folds over. That went on pretty good. I didn't have any issues with that. I figured a way to cover the zippers where they start here so they'll look nice. So really no major issues there. I also did the top. Now the lid is going to be a single piece. This is the same Oxford material that the body of the bag is made out of. So this is waterproof, but the zipper is going to let oxygen in all the way around. So there's a huge zipper area here. That's a 12-foot perimeter on this thing. So there's 12 feet of zipper that air can flow through. I'm sure we'll get some condensation on here, but it should really hold the moisture in. And this stuff's super tough. You're not going to accidentally drop something on here and rip it. So for commercial purposes, I think this is definitely the way to go. And again, so the lid is one piece. So after the lid zips on the bag here, it would zip on like that and go around. This is the end. You would open half of the bag this direction, or you would open the other half of the bag from the other direction. I put the zipper on here, and then I figured a way I went ahead and top stitch it for it's nice and tight so you won't have any edges catching into the zipper. The corners weren't too bad. I mean, so far it really isn't too bad. That went together about the way I wanted to. So I did take it downstairs and I stuck it back in the stand, and then I put the lid on it to see how it fit. I'm slightly off on the corners, because if you get the corners off, you can't see there, if you don't get the corner of the lid on the corner of the bag where the strap is, if it's off like a ½ an inch or something, it kind of twists the lid. The lid gets a little bit, gets a kink in it. You can tell when you zip it closed, it just doesn't look nice and smooth. So I'm going to have to work that out with the exact size template once I get that. And I'll get to a point where I can center it and I'll get rid of it. But realistically, you know, the first few bags you're probably going to have a little bit of being off this way or the other way, because I don't have a template yet. So the very next bag, if this one works, the very next bag I've written everything down on this. I need to make the template from that. But again, it won't be exactly right, so that one will probably have a couple little things. They're always cosmetic. Functionally, it'll probably work just great. So I'm good at the top. The lid goes on good. I went ahead and zipped on the lower zipper off the main body. So this is a zipper that's going to have the harvest panel on it that'll go all the way around. These are the cover pieces that the zipper will go underneath. There'll be one on each side. And it's going to function the same way. This half will unzip and the panel will open up towards the inside of the bag, or this half unzips and the panel swings down towards the inside of the bag. So it's like it's hinged in the center of the bag. So this went on perfectly. I was amazed actually. The length I cut the zippers at and stuff, they came right to the center where they were supposed to, so I'm real happy with that. So the next step on this now is to, actually the part I'm really confused on how to do is the liner. Because the liner goes onto this, because when it flips down, then it protects the zipper. But the liner also keeps the pressure to keep the bag from opening up on the bottom, because this bag wants to open up. The Maxes have a circular bottom, so when you get weight on them and you push down on the liner, it's circular, so it disperses the weight evenly, so it can't open. All that weight goes onto that liner. But in this case, it's rectangular, it's longer, it's oblong. And so when you put pressure on it, the center wants to open up. So I'm trying to figure out how to put 2 circles inside here but I can't do it from the outside. It has to be done from the inside. So I'm going to go ahead and put the liner on first, and then just take a look at it, and then try and figure out how to make basically a second part of a liner in order to keep a circle over on this side and then a circle over on this side, because I can't let the bag open up. When the weight comes down, it wants to open, so that liner is what keeps it from doing that. And also the liner takes the weight off the zipper, because you don't want all that weight. This thing will weigh 600 pounds when it's completely loaded, and there won't be 600 pounds down here, but you don't want a ton of weight trying to pull these zippers apart. So that's what's nice about the liner, is it takes the bulk of that weight. Now the other thing that I did that people will probably be concerned about, for the weight, the straps go on, this top strap section is a Cordura fabric, and it's doubled up. You see there's a finished side on both sides, so it's actually two pieces of Cordura 1000 that's doubled up. So that alone is really strong. But I also make the straps long enough to go down into the second section, for they go over this area right here. And this is an area where the strap section goes onto the body, and that's doubled up too. It's actually tripled in. There's 3 layers of material here. There's the layers from this, and then also the layers from the bottom one. So there's a really super strong area right here that runs the full perimeter of the bag. So by taking the straps and going into this area, all this weight is dispersed along this line all the way around the bag, and then also along the top strap section. Now I made a mistake on this one right off the bat. I used the wrong strap material. This won't be the strap material I'll use on all the rest of the bags. This is a little bit lighter. This is a polyurethane strap material. The one I'm going to use is a nylon, which I think has a rating of 650 pounds. This is only about 400 or a little bit less than 400 pounds. This is going to be plenty strong enough, but I'm going to use super heavy duty materials all the way around, just for I know there's no issues. And the same with the zipper on the bottom. I'm going to go ahead and use the larger number 10 zipper, which is a very big zipper, just because I think being commercial, this thing's going to get an awful lot of usage and abuse, probably a lot more so than what a normal person would have in their household. So I'm going to go ahead and start working on this liner section, getting it sewed on here, and I'll update it then. So from Tom, from VermiBag, till next time, ciao.